It's just incredible to think about how far we've come in such a short time. Absolutely. And the impact is profound. We hear the faint, soothing sounds of a city at night. Distant traffic, a gentle rain. It's abruptly shattered by the jarring, aggressive theme music of a daytime talk show. The visual rushes forward through a dark tunnel, emerging into the blinding, sterile lights of a television studio. In a world of curated personas and manufactured outrage, one man stood apart. Not through grand statements, but through silent, consistent decency. A man who chose kindness as his rebellion against a cynical industry. Keanu Reeves, the internet's boyfriend, Hollywood's reluctant saint, a figure so universally beloved, he seemed untouchable and to some unbelievable. Keanu quietly helping a crew member on set, giving up his seat on the subway, signing an autograph for a weeping fan. Then cut to shots of Joy Behar rolling her eyes, laughing derisively, pointing a finger in debate. But there is a furnace that exists in the heart of daytime television, stoked by controversy, and fed by confrontation. Its high priestess, Joy Behar, a warrior of words who built a career on skepticism so deep it curdles into contempt. Her weapon, the gotcha question. Her belief that no good deed, no pure motive can survive the harsh light of her scrutiny. The tense ticking soundtrack from the film Speed begins, merging with the talk show theme split screen. On the left, Keanu, a picture of serene, weary grace. On the right, Joy, a hawkish smile on her face. What happens when the bastion of goodness is summoned into the temple of cynicism? What occurs when the man who speaks softly, who has borne unimaginable personal tragedy with a poet's grace, is accused of the one sin he could never commit? Being a fraud. This is not a talk show segment. This is a trial, and the charge is that empathy itself is a performance. Strap in. Witness the moment the world's nicest guy finally said, "No more." The studio is a bubble of perfumed anticipation. The audience, mostly women, chat excitedly about seeing Keanu. Backstage, it's a different world. Keanu stands alone by a monitor, watching the pre-segment banter. He doesn't fidget, he simply observes. His dark eyes taking in the rhythm of the show, the laughter, the interruptions, the subtle jockeying for airtime. He is a samurai entering a noisy marketplace. For Keanu, this was a professional obligation, a stop on the press tour for a film about hope. He entered not with arrogance, but with the gentle weariness of a man who has long understood that his very nature is a puzzle to the entertainment machine. He was prepared to talk about art, about motorcycles, about the craft he loved. He was not prepared for a metaphysical assault on his soul. On set, Joy Behar scans her pre-written notes, not about the film, but circled headlines from gossip sites. Is Keanu too nice? She underlines a phrase, calculated altruism, and shares a smirk with a producer off camera. This isn't an interview, it's a trap being set. Joy Behar saw not a guest, but a thesis to be disproven. In her worldview, a Hollywood A-lister radiating genuine humility was a logical impossibility. It had to be a brand, a facade, and she, the fearless truth-teller, would be the one to pull back the curtain live on air for the ultimate ratings payoff. The stage manager's countdown, the theme music crescendos. Whoopi Goldberg gives her welcoming spiel. Keanu walks out. The audience erupts in a wave of pure, adoring sound. He offers a small humble wave, his smile genuine, but touched with a familiar profound sadness. He sits, folding his hands in his lap, a portrait of patience. Keanu, welcome. It's truly an honor. Let's talk about this new film. It seems to resonate with themes of resilience. Keanu Reeves, his voice is a soft, calming baritone. Thank you, Whoopi. It's about the light people find in dark places. The small hands that reach out to pull you back. The curtain live on air for the ultimate ratings payoff. The stage manager's countdown, the theme music crescendos. Whoopi Goldberg gives her welcoming spiel. Keanu walks out. The audience erupts in a wave of pure, adoring sound. He offers a small humble wave, his smile genuine, but touched with a familiar profound sadness. He sits, folding his hands in his lap, a portrait of patience. Keanu, welcome. It's truly an honor. Let's talk about this new film. It seems to resonate with themes of resilience. Keanu Reeves, his voice is a soft, calming baritone. Thank you, Whoopi. It's about the light people find in dark places. The small hands that reach out to pull you back. The first few minutes are warm, engaging. Keanu speaks about his co-stars with reverence, about stunts with playful excitement. The panel laughs. The audience is enchanted, but the camera keeps cutting to Joy. A shark circling calm waters, waiting for the scent of blood. The conversation turns to Keanu's off-screen reputation. A host mentions a viral story of his kindness. Keanu deflects gracefully, aiming to steer back to the film. This is Joy's cue. She leans into her microphone, her posture shifting from casual to pro-seal. Joy Behar, her tone is artificially sweet, laced with venom. I know Keanu, let me jump in. I've been sitting here listening to all this and I have to ask something that's been nagging at Matt. The other hosts freeze, smiles stiffening. Keanu turns his full attentive gaze to her. He nods once, giving her the floor. Of course, please. Nicest guy in Hollywood image. The billions in giveaways, the helping strangers, the legendary humility. Isn't it exhausting to maintain? I mean, let's be real. Is this you, or is it the most brilliant sustained PR campaign ever conceived? Sharp intake of breath from the audience. Whoopi's hand goes up, but she's paralyzed. The question isn't just rude. It's a foundational attack. It doesn't challenge his work. It challenges his essence. Keanu doesn't react for a long beat. The gentle light in his eyes doesn't fade. It changes. It solidifies into something harder, like warm earth turning to permafrost. Keanu Reeves quietly with terrifying clarity. Are you asking if my grief is a publicity tool? If the loss of my daughter of my best friend were plot points in a campaign? Joy Behar, flustered but doubling down. Don't put words in my mouth. I'm talking about the persona, the saint. Keanu brand. Normal people aren't followed by paparazzi when they do a good deed. It's all just a little too perfect, don't you think? The dam begins to crack. Keanu's knuckles whiten where they rest on the chair. He is no longer looking at a talk show host. He is looking at the embodiment of a world that insists goodness must have a price tag. Keanu Reeves. I call it living. You see a persona, I see the only way I know how to be after the people I loved were taken from me. It's survival, says it, subtract an ad of subtracting from it because I know exactly how empty it can get. Scoffing defensive. Oh, now we're being dramatic. I'm just asking the tough questions. That's my job. If you can't handle a little scrutiny about your public image, maybe you're not as secure in it as you pretend. This is the spark. Keanu's calm doesn't shatter. It transforms. It becomes active, powerful, a focused beam of pure, unadulterated truth. Keanu Reeves. His voice rises, not in volume, but in seismic intensity. Your job is to inform and entertain, not to perform autopsies on human decency for ratings point. When acting choice time, my backy not, do not sit in that chair and scrutinize my soul for your morning audience. The studio is a vacuum of sound. Joy is momentarily stunned by the force of his response. Keanu stands up. It's not a dramatic, angry gesture. It is the slow inevitable rise of a monument. He is now addressing not just Joy, but the camera, the audience, the world. Keanu Reeves. You want the tough question, Joy. Here it is. What is